Here's what we got. NFL 2025 season predictions. Here we go. Here's what I'm thinking. So, we were told to put the Saints at the bottom. Saints, yeah, I could see that. I could see 2 to 3 wins. I'd love to look up like a roster or something while we're doing this on some of these because I just need to know who's there. Next, we have the 49ers. Ooh. Tough division. Christian McCaffrey's back. If he stays healthy, I could see 10 to 11 or 12 to 13. But I think 10 to 11 because they lost Debo. If Christian McCaffrey, health issues, I would say 10 to 11. I would say 10 to 11 here with these guys. 10 to 11 is a lock. I like that. Cowboys equals not applicable. Okay, Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence. They just got Travis Hunter. Who's their division? Isn't that the Titans, Texans? No, hold on. I need to look up. Who is the Jaguars division? What do we think? 8 and 9? Pretty easy division. Jaguars division teams. Hold on, let me just look up. Let me pull up something with all divisions NFL teams so I could look at this. Because I need to look at that too. There's got to be like a picture. So, okay, here we go. Gosh dang, why is it so... Why do we got to put everything in light mode, man? Okay. Jaguars have Colts, Texans, Titans. Gosh. Oh my God. I don't know if I can go 8 to 9 wins. I think Jaguars are going to go 6 to 7. I just don't think they're that good. What? They have a rookie head coach this year, right? I forgot how blue your eyes are till you get blinded by light. It's so bad. I can't do it. I need everything in dark mode. Remember, the Colts QB is Daniel Jones. Is that an upgrade of what they had in the previous, though? We have the Colts right here. You need to hiss when you see light. No kidding. Titans, I have no faith in the Titans. I mean, I like Cam Ward, though, guys. I think the Titans are going to win 4 games. I think it's going to be tough, but I think Cam Ward's going to pull out some stuff. I think he's going to be a good quarterback. I'm going to go 4 to 5 wins. Jaguars, I think, are going to be slightly above them. Colts. Let's look at the Colts roster. I just don't know too much about the Colts. Daniel Jones is the quarterback. What did they go last year? Colts NFL record last year. What did they... Were they really bad? They went 9-8, or they went 8-9. Do I think they get worse, or do I think they get better? I actually think Daniel Jones is an upgrade over Anthony Richardson. 8 to 9 seems a little high for him. Did the Colts fire their... Wait, who's the Colts head coach? Dude, I really just don't have any idea about the Colts. Where do I... Shane... Oh, it's Shane Steichen now. Isn't it his second year? Second or third year? It's definitely between these two tiers. 8 and 9 is way too high. I think so, too. But they went 8 and 9 last year. They went 8 and 9 last year. Do I think they get worse? Probably. Chiefs? Chiefs are tough. What did they go last year? Chiefs record. They have a really tough division. I think the Raiders are going to be better this year. I don't even know who's going to be at this top slots. I think I think the Eagles. I don't think the Eagles really lose. They went 15-2 last year. I think they go here. Ravens. Yeah, let's go all teams' records last year so I have a baseline. Because I kind of know somewhat of what happened in the offseason and everything, so we got to like, I need to see what they did last year. Let's look at this. Yeah, we need to look at NFL standings last season. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So the Chiefs went 15-2. Raiders went 4-13. I think they're going to be a lot better this year. I think the Broncos are going to be better. I think the Chargers are going to be better. I think the Chiefs get 14 wins. I think the Chiefs get 14 wins. I think they lose one more than last year. I think they lose one more than last year. The Eagles are next. They went 14-3 last year. I don't think anyone's. I mean, I think it's just too hard to win 16 to 17 games. The Eagles are the only team I could see being here, but I think we'll lock them in at 14-15. First year of Lamar and Henry. Ooh, yeah. Let's look at the Ravens. What did they go last year? 12-5. I think we lock them in. I could see them getting 13 wins. I could see 12-13. I think that's still good. I think they'll be the same as pretty much last year. They could get to 13 though. They could win one more than last year. They could win one more than last year. I could see that. Just you wait. I think they're gonna be good. They get in 16. Oh my god, I don't know. I think the Steelers are a lot better than last year. I think the Bengals are hopefully going to be better with Joe Burrow. I don't know. I think it's too tough. I'm going to go 12-13 on Ravens. Next is the Cardinals. Tough division. They went 8-9 last year. Are they going to get better or are they going to get worse? We're in 5. What did the Cardinals even do in the offseason? Cardinals. Wait, what did they draft? What did they do? Cardinals offseason moves. Like what did they? It's so forgettable. They got a good, great rookie corner. Okay, that's what they did. Dude, they have Kyler Murray still. I don't see them 4-5. I don't like 6-7's tough, bro. 8 to oh my gosh, I feel like 8-9. I feel like this range right here. I don't see Kyler Murray though winning 6 games in a season. 4 or 5 for Kyler Murray's height. Dude, I do not. I don't see. I think Kyler Murray's too good to 7-win season. I think they're going to be about the same as they were last year. I think they'll be about the same. All right, Falcons. They went 8-9 last year. They have Michael Penix now. I don't know. Falcons are an interesting one. Michael Penix could be really good, but pretty much rookie quarterback has never. It feels like it hasn't historically went well. 6-7, 6-7. Oh yeah, division with the Panthers and the Saints. True. Oh my god, I'm gonna lock them in 8-9 too. The Bucks are in the division, but I feel like they get a bunch of extra wins. I could almost see 10-11. Is that crazy? Is that crazy? That might be crazy. I mean, they have the freaking Panthers and the Saints in their division. I'm gonna go 10 to 11. I think right on 10. I think it's probably between 9 and 10, but I'm gonna go 10 because I think their division's a little easier. I think they can squeak out some wins. I think they'll do slightly better than last year. All right, Bills. Bills are next. They went 13 and 4 last year. I mean, I think it's gonna be around the same. They're gonna be in these slots. I mean, they're one of the best teams again. Do we think they got better in the offseason? Is that what we're thinking? Bills offseason moves. Who did they get? They signed Khalil Shakir, linebacker Terrell Bernard, and defensive end Gregory Rousseau. Okay. They drafted some defensive linemen. Bro, I don't know. I don't think they'll do. Are they going to do better than the Ravens? I think their divisions. I think their division's easier. I think their division's significantly easier, which makes their record a little better. I could see 14 wins. I could see 14 wins. I think I'm going to go here 14 to 15. I mean, I think these are the teams right here that are going to get the 14 to 15. Next is the Panthers. Just not there. Who? Panthers offseason move. Again, like Bryce Young, quarterback. They won actually. They won 5 last year. They're in a division with the Saints. They might be 0 to 1. I might 2 to 3, bro. I don't know. I don't see them traded Adam Thielen. They traded Adam Thielen back to the it says they traded him back to the whatchamacallit. The Vikings. Release Hunter Renfrow. Yeah, what? I'm going 2 to 3, man. I don't have any faith in these guys. I don't have any faith in these guys, not gonna lie. Bears? Bears. No. I think Bears are gonna be a little better than they were last year. They went 5 and 12. I think they're going to be better. I think Caleb Williams, new head coach, I think they're going to be slightly better. They upgraded the offensive line. They did a bunch of stuff. They are in a division with Packers, Vikings, and Lions, though. I mean, I think they probably lose all of those matchups. I mean, if they could squeak one out, great. But I'm going to go 6 to 7, you know. I think they do better than last year. I'm thinking 7. I think they could go to 8 to 9, though. If they win a couple matchups versus the Vikings, Packers, or Lions, I think the Vikings are going to do worse. So I think I'm going to put them at 8 to 9. Because I think the Vikings are not going to go 14 and 3 again. I just don't see a way. I'm going to do the Vikings right now, too. I think the Vikings go 10 to 11 this year. The Vikings have a solid team. But the problem is you have a rookie quarterback. They won 14 games last year. I think that's going to drop down to 10. I could even see 8 to 9. But since they won 14 games last year, I think a 4-game drop-off from last year for a rookie quarterback, I feel like that makes sense. And then we have the Bengals. What? I mean, dude, no defense, bro. No defense. They don't have a defense. You know? They just don't have a defense. What do we do? You know, like I mean, Oh my gosh, man. No defense. Joe Burrow, one of the greatest offenses. Oh, I love Joe Burrow, man. I love Joe Burrow. He's so good, bro. I thought he should have won MVP last year. This is a tough one for me, but oh my gosh, dude. Bengals 10-11. They gotta win more than last year. They gotta get in the playoffs. I just don't see how they wouldn't, man. I don't see how they wouldn't. Browns just no. Let's like what did the Browns go last year? 3-14. Yeah, Browns are another 2-3. Cowboys, I think, are going to be absolutely horrible this year. Cowboys, I think, are going to be really bad. They went 7-10 last year. I'm putting them at 4-5. I'm putting them 4-5. I think they fired Mike McCarthy, hired a coach that I think is not as good as Mike McCarthy. I don't have any faith. They just traded Micah Parsons. I don't see them being good. But Dak is a decent quarterback. I don't know, dude. I just don't see them being good. I don't know. I'm going to go 4-5. I could definitely see 6-7, though. I could definitely see 6-7, though, but I don't know, man. I don't have any faith in the Cowboys. Maybe they squeak something out. Who's your team? My team's Seahawks. I don't know. I could see 6-7. I think they just got worse. I'm gonna go 4-5. I'm gonna lock that in. I mean, they could definitely win before the playoffs, and bam, true. That is true. Seahawks 8-9, no way. I think the Seahawks are gonna do better. I think Seahawks are gonna do better. We'll rank them right now, matter of fact. The Seahawks went last year 10-7 with a rookie coach and Geno. I think the team got better throughout all the offseason moves. I think it's 10-11. Yeah, the coach is great. 10-7 first year was good, and I think the entire team got better besides the problem is with the Seahawks right now is it's Sam Darnold is a question mark. But the new offensive coordinator we got has already worked with Sam Darnold in San Francisco. They have familiarity. First year offensive coordinator though, but so they're going to have some cohesiveness. I think 11 wins. I think 11 wins is right. I think we win one more than last year. I think we win one more. Do Steelers right quick, please. I got to eat dinner. Steelers are one of my sleepers. Yeah, they got rid of Geno. Yes, Geno's on the Raiders now. Steelers are one of my sleepers. I think the Steelers are going to be absolutely insane. They'll put the Bengals same tier as the Seahawks. Bro, what do you think? I'd move the Bengals down then. I think the Bengals are worse. Just no defense, bro. And we got Mike McDonald, the defensive guru, man. I don't know, dude. I think the Bengals win one more, but... All right, Steelers, hot take here. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to go absolutely insane. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to go crazy. With DK in that defense, I think the Steelers are going to be really good. One of my hot takes here. I think the Steelers are going to get 12-13 wins. I really like the Steelers this season. Again, if they're winning with Mason Rudolph, they are going to do insane with Aaron Rodgers. I think Rodgers falls off hard and retires. Here's my opinion on Rodgers. I think the Jets are one of the worst organizations in the world. I think the Jets suck so bad. If Aaron Rodgers, probably the greatest ball thrower of all time, could not make it work with the Jets, no one's going to make it work. I think the Steelers have everything for him. I think it's going to be a run like Brady had with the Bucks. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to go insane. I think that defense is top 2 defense, probably top 2 defense. top 2, top 3 defense. I mean, it could be 1. I think they're going to be really good. If Aaron Rodgers plays 50% of how he's played in past, they're going to win a lot of games. Second great ball thrower behind Drew Brees, you mean? I could see that. I love Drew Brees, man. I'm not a Drew Brees hater, bro. I mean, it's Drew Brees, it's Aaron Rodgers, it's Brady. I think Rodgers probably a little bit better in terms of just the throws he can make. He can make some crazy throws. You think they beat your Seahawks? What week do they play? I think it depends on the week. Hey, that's a hard game, man, because I think I think the Steelers are gonna get better later in the season. I think Aaron Rodgers is gonna work with the team, and I think that offense is gonna get really better as time goes on. I think they're gonna start picking up some steam towards the end of the season. I think the first couple weeks they're gonna try to figure everything out. They're gonna get the offense rolling. Like Aaron Rodgers, I mean, he is he's a quarterback where it's like, bro, he's gonna be rocking all these checks. He's gonna be doing all this stuff, right? He's gonna be changing stuff at the line. He's gonna be doing a lot of stuff. Sometimes it's hard for the other players to keep up with that. So that's why I think towards the end of the season, they're gonna start getting a feel of Rodgers. They're gonna start understanding the offense, and they're gonna get better. So do they beat the Seahawks? I could see the Seahawks winning that game. I could see either team winning that game, to be honest with you. But I think if I had to pick, I think it'd go Seahawks, just because I think it's going to take some time for them to get used to Rodgers. But it's going to be a very close game. It just depends how Sam Darnold does against that defense. Sam Darnold's the question mark with the Seahawks. If Sam Darnold plays how he played last season, the Seahawks are going to be really good, and they could be a 12-13 win team. That's why I'm putting him here, because I think it's going to be hit or miss. I think 11 wins. I think we'll get one more win than last season. But if Sam Darnold plays well, 12-13 could be the move. Do the Seahawks play the Ravens? I don't know. I don't know. You'd have to look that one up. Broncos. It didn't give me anything when I looked it up. Broncos are going to be really good. Broncos, they went 10-7 last year. I think they do it again. Solid defense. Bo Nix in his second year. Great team. I just think the Raiders are going to be better than they are last year. And I think that's why they probably stay the same. If the Raiders aren't going to be as good, then I would say they could move up to here. But I think because that division's so tough, Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, Raiders, I think they're all going to be really good. So I think they pretty much stay the same at like a 10-7. I really think they stay around the same. Just because I think they're going to I just think the division's going to be better. All right, now we have the Lions. The Lions last season went 15-2. Again, one of the best teams in the NFL. I think they're 14-15 wins again. I don't see them falling off a cliff, guys. I think they're one of these. I think they're in this tier. Chiefs, Bills, Eagles, Lions. I think that's it. I think that's it. Packers. Put the Cowboys up there. No. The only place I'd move the Cowboys is here. I'd move them to 6-7 wins. Packers just got Micah Parsons. They went 11-6 last year. They're going to be better. Jordan Love's good. I could see that. I mean, tough division though. Bears again. Bears are going to be better than they are last year. Lions got no Ben Johnson. I'm thinking 11 wins. Green Bay takes the division. That's an interesting. That's true. Okay, let's grade these Lions and Packers. That is a very good point. I could see 13. I could see that. No, appreciate the rose. I could see that, man. I could see that. I think the Vikings do worse, and the GOAT. Appreciate that, Noah. Lions better than Packers. Yeah. We'll put them above. I don't know. I think they're probably around the same. It's going to come down to those final games and the GGs. I appreciate that, Noah. Yeah, I like that. I think the Lions, yeah, I think moving them down makes sense. I think moving the Lions down makes sense. I think that's fine. Now, Texans. I like this. I think they're both around 12 to 13. I think one of them is going to be 12, one of them is going to be 13 wins. And then whoever gets that's going to win the division. Now, Texans, yeah, Texans are underrated. They went 10-7 last year. CJ Stroud, great quarterback. My gosh, easier division. It's here to here. It's here to here. You know, it's what it is. It's 8-9 or 10-11. I don't see them going 12. I think the Texans go off this year. They could definitely be good. I think I'm comfortable putting them in 10 wins. Because I think the division. I think the Colts get worse. I think the Titans get slightly better. The Titans, I could move to 2 to 13, but I think Cam Ward pulls off a couple miracles, guys. I think he does. I think he wins them 4 games. They won 3 last year. I think he wins them 4 to 5. So I think the Colts get worse. Titans get better. Jaguars get a little better with Travis Hunter. Jaguars 6 wins. I could definitely see them moving down, but you think they go 6-0 versus the division? Yeah, that probably brings them up to 10 wins, doesn't it? Yeah. I could see that. All right, we got the Rams next. Rams, Matt Stafford's one of my favorites. Matt Stafford is an absolutely he's still an underrated quarterback. There's not many quarterbacks in the NFL I would take over Matt Stafford. Now is his back issues going to be good? What's going on with their team? What did they go last year? They went 10-7, same thing. Oh my gosh, true, but he's getting older, yes. They went 10-7 last year, same with the Seahawks. I think it's going to be a bit tougher because the Niners are back with McCaffrey. I think pretty much the series is going to be split with a lot of the NFC West. Ugh. I think 10 wins is right because I think the 49ers are better. They went 6 wins last season. I think they're better. I'm pretty sure the Rams beat them twice. I don't think they beat them twice. I'm comfortable 10-11. Again, the NFC West, we could see any one of these teams, I think, go to 12 to 13. I think Rams, Niners, or Seahawks could all move up to there. Yeah. I think Falcons and Vikings drop down to 8 and 9. Yeah, I could see the Vikings dropping off a cliff this season, though. But I think their head coach is too good, man. I don't know. Kevin O'Connell, I like him. I think 10 wins. I think 10 wins is going to be the standard for them. Patriots, absolutely no faith in them. They went 4-13 last year. Do they get better? I don't know. And they're down here, though. Do they go 4-5? Maybe. Drake May, second year. I think they win 5. Division's easier. Yeah, 100% they're 5. 100% they're 5 because of Drake May, second year, and I think the Jets are going to be terrible. I think the Jets I might put 0-1. Jets I might put down here. Giants too. Giants, who's starting? Who's the Giants starting quarterback? Is it going to be Russell? If it's Russell, I'll put them up. But Because I think Russell Wilson, he's gonna win some games, bro. He's still a solid quarterback. The Browns Flacco disrespect. Is he gonna start? I just think oh my gosh, I don't know. Okay, it's gonna be Russell. Let's look at their division again. Giants, Cowboys, Commanders, Eagles. I think the Giants are better than the Cowboys. Is that crazy? Like, go Giants right here. I think the Cowboys fall off a cliff this year, guys. I think the Giants are going to be mid, but I think Russell Wilson's going to pull out a couple wins. I think Russell Wilson pulls out a couple wins. Eagles don't win 16 games. I think it's so hard for anyone to win 16 games, man. I would be very surprised. That's the only team I'd put in there, though, 100%. But I just... There's too much, luck with injuries and that kind of thing. Eagles are the only team I'd think about putting up here, but I don't think any team wins 16 to 17. That's too much. All right, now we got the Raiders. I think the Raiders do better than last year. I'm a Seahawks fan, so I'm a fan of Pete Carroll. They went 4-13 last year. I think they're better this year. I think they're 8 wins. It's either 8. It's like this. They got Max Crosby. They got Genty. I think Genty's going to go crazy. The league is crazy now. Even the Dolphins, Redskins, and Chargers could drop 10-11 out of nowhere. Yeah, I know, man. The Dolphins are a hard one for me to rate, man. I think the Raiders go 6 to 7 wins. That's a big improvement from last year, though. I could see them moving up here, but I'm going to put them up here. I'm going to put them up here because I think their Dolphins fall off a cliff this year. They went 8-9 last year. I don't see them winning as many games, though. I don't know. Yeah, I think the Dolphins are good, but Bro, Tua, if Tua gets injured again... I don't know, man. And then the Tyreek Hill situation. I'm not on the Dolphins train. I ain't on the Dolphins train. I think they do worse than last year, but it depends. Could go 8-9. I'm definitely not putting them up here, but this is the 2 for the Dolphins and me. They won 8 games last year. If he gets injured again, the season's over. I know, and it's like that's what I'm saying. If he gets injured, bro, it's 4-5. I think they're gonna tank. But I could see 6 to 7. I think they do worse than last year. But the problem is they have the Jets and no, dude, I can't. They're gonna win those games because they're gonna beat the Jets twice and they're gonna beat the Patriots twice. I think. So I think they're still 8-9. I don't see them losing to definitely not the Jets. Maybe they go 1-1 against the Patriots. Maybe Drake May pulls out a masterclass. I'll go 8-9. Bucks, really good. Bucks, they went 10-7 last year. A lot of 10-7 teams. Do the Bucks get better? Love Vita Vea, Bucky Irving, Baker Mayfield's really good. I feel like I got a lot of teams here. I feel like I got a lot of teams at 10-11. Seahawks are a little high. Nah, I think they could go higher. I think this is floor. I think this is floor for Seahawks. I mean, maybe 9 wins. Like I said, I think the NFC West, I think Rams, Niners, or Seahawks could get to 12-13. Really? What do you see? I think they're better than last year. They went 10-7 last year. I think they're better. I think they're just a better team than last year. They had a rookie head coach last year. I mean, you get a coach to come in his second year. You have a new offensive coordinator. So last year, they fired their offensive coordinator, halfway through the season, Grubb, and still won 10 games after firing an offensive coordinator. That doesn't happen a lot. That does not happen a lot. So that means they're solid team. Like I'm telling you, solid team. Firing your offensive coordinator this year, they're gonna have Mike McDonald in the second year, and I think it's just gonna be better. But Bucks, I think the Panthers are pretty much bad. I think the Falcons get a little better. I think the Saints probably get worse. I could see the Bucks clearing that. I think 10. Who's Vikings QB? JJ McCarthy. I might move the Vikings down, guys. I think they're 8-9 now. JJ McCarthy, rookie, dude. I know he's a second-year quarterback, but rookie quarterbacks, it just doesn't tend to go well. Doesn't tend to go well. I'm going to move the Vikings down. Again, these aren't in order either. This is just like the wins of each team. Like, I'm not ordering it like that. I'm going to move the Vikings down. Because I think the Bears get better. I think the Bears and the Vikings are around the same. Now you have Chargers. Love the Chargers again. I feel like they're the Broncos staying up too. Yeah, I think they're going to get better. I think the Broncos are going to be better from last year. Bo Nix, second year again. Rookie quarterback in 10 wins. I like them to be at least the same or better going into a second year. More experience, man. I don't know. I mean, maybe teams figure them out. There is that sophomore thing with quarterbacks too, where teams get a full year of film and then they do worse the next year. Stuff like that could happen, but I don't know. Chargers, though. Let's go to the Chargers. I think this is probably the hardest division in the NFL. Because I think the Raiders are going to be better this year. I mean, Chargers, I'm saying 10 to 11 wins, guys. I think the Raiders are going to be better. I don't think they really improved from last year. But I don't think they do. I don't think they do worse. I don't think they do worse. There's too many teams at 10 to 11. There is a lot, but I have teams doing a lot worse this year. Like I have 2 to 3 and I have an 0 to 1. So I think the wins equal out. Because I think the Redskins. Like, hold on. This is the last team, and then we can kind of reorganize. We can do some digging. So I think since the Cowboys, they went 12-5 last year, I think they're a 12 to 13 win team. Again, in one of these teams, one of the NFC West teams, we're going to have to move up. We're going to have to move one of the NFC West teams up, though, to 12 to 13, I think. The Rams. What's the issue on Stafford's back injury? We got to look at that. Because that's a huge one. But they did get rid of Cooper Kupp. I love the Rams, though. I love Sean McVay. They're probably one of my favorite teams to watch. Not going to lie. I love the Rams. I love them. That's why I could put them up. Seahawks here. I don't think I moved the Niners, so I don't think the Niners go up. I think the Niners are 10 to 11. Like, we could almost go 8 to 9, too. Like, they could win. I could see the Niners going 9 wins. But they went 6-11 last year. They're going to have Christian McCaffrey back. I might move the Niners down to 9 wins, and then I might move the Seahawks. It's Seahawks or Rams. One of them's moving up, I think. I think the Commanders might be a 14-win team. You know what? With the division, the problem is I think the Giants could squeak out a win versus them with Russell. I think the Giants are going to be a little better. I think the Cowboys are going to fall off a cliff, and I think the Eagles are going to be better than ever. So there's some parts there. But I could see the Commanders being a 14 because they got better, man. I think they got a lot better. I could see them moving here. I'm going to move the Seahawks up. Again, a lot of people don't see it yet because I don't know. Sam Darnold's a question mark, though, dude. If Sam Darnold plays any good, how he did last year, they go here. I think the Rams are a safer option to go to 12 to 13, but if I had to go with my gut, I think the Seahawks go here, and I think they win. I think they win the division this year, but God, that's tough. That is so tough. This is the toughest one right now, I think. I could see the Bucks moving up too, but what do we think about this? He also had the best receiver in the league, so probably won't. Yeah. I mean, JSN and Cooper Kupp with some solid weapons, improved offensive line, good running back. The defense is really good too. Cleveland winning 2 games. Yeah, I don't see them being good. Kupp washed. I don't. It just depends if he stays healthy. If he stays healthy through the whole season, bro, I don't think he's washed. You're just biased because you look like him? Maybe. All right, I'm moving him up. No, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think Cleveland's going to be good. I think our bottom teams all make sense here. I have zero faith in the Jets after Rodgers again. I think Rodgers is probably the greatest talented quarterback of all time, like ball thrower. And if he can make it work with the Jets, bro, they're getting worse. I'm sorry. They're getting worse. I don't see how they win, bro. I don't know. Yeah, Pats could drop even further. I just think Drake May is going to be a little better. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They play the Jets, right? The Patriots. The Patriots play the Jets. And I think the Dolphins... Oh my gosh. Yeah, man. I think this is it, though. I think this is it. What do we think about this? What do we think about this? I mean, I think this is pretty good. I think I have a lot of teams in this 8 to 13 win range, but I think some teams get worse than last year. And I think that makes up for it, right? I think a lot of teams got better, but I think I don't know, I think the Colts get worse. I think the Cowboys get worse. I think the Saints and the Panthers get slightly worse. I think the Browns get maybe a little worse. I don't know. Bro, I need help. Trade St. Brown for Neighbors. I wouldn't do that. No. St. Brown's too good, man. I don't know about that. I think Bills have a crazy regular season, drop 16. They could. I think the Ravens are better, but I'm biased. We should have been in the Super Bowl again. Yeah, the Ravens. Lamar has his playoff struggle every single year. I don't really trust the Giants offense. I don't either, but I think Russell Wilson will win them a couple games. Just having Russell, man. I don't trust them either. That's one I could see moving down. They won 3 games last year. I could see them going here. I could definitely see this, but I mean, yeah. Giants 5 wins. I don't think he personally effed up too much. These playoffs like before, yeah, true. All right, I think the Giants will get a little better. I think we can move them here to here, though. I think here to here, any of this is fine. I'm actually fine with putting them 4 to 5. I'm fine with that. Because I can't see that. I don't know. I can't see it, man. Cardinals. I think this is good. I think this is good right here, guys. I like this. I like this. I like it. What could I change if I were to have to change anything? The Vikings could go to 6 to 7. I don't think so, though. I think they're too good to do that. I think they already dropped off too much. You think Packers and Steelers too high? Yeah, Steelers is kind of my hot take. I don't think I'm gonna leave them there. Packers, I think with the Micah Parsons trade, I think do really good. I think they could win the division over the Lions. I really do. I think they're better than last year though. I think they get Micah Parsons. They went 11-6 last year, bro. I think they're better. I'd put the Seahawks one tier down. Yeah, that's what we were deciding between the Rams and the Seahawks. It was like either or, you know. I'd personally change his move Rams, Texans up, and Packers, Steelers down. Texans up. Yeah. Let's see Texans division again. Colts, Jaguars, Titans. Yeah, that's bad. That is bad. That is really bad. That is really bad, man. I'm kind of seeing the vision now of moving the Texans up because that is bad. Because I think the Colts get worse. I think the Titans maybe win one more game with Cam Ward. I think the Jaguars win one or two more. Nah, oh my gosh. Yeah. Stroud is great. Yeah, Texans up a tier. Yeah. I think that makes sense. We move the Giants down. We move the Texans up. We move the Vikings down one. I think the Patriots win more games than the Jags. Patriots, let's see. Let's go to their division again. Patriots, Jets. I think they beat the Jets twice. I think they could potentially beat the Dolphins. I could see these switch. I don't know, though. Yeah, because they won four games last year. They got that good offensive lineman, and I could see moving them up. I think Drake May does better, but I don't have much faith in the Patriots right now, you know? It's hard. This one's a hard, it's like, are they going to be horrible, or are they going to be slightly above that? You know, what do we say? Nah, I'm going to leave that. I don't think the Patriots get better, dude. I can't envision it, man. Diggs, true. May and Diggs will have good chemistry, yes. I don't know. I can't see it right now. I'm not seeing it. I can't see it in my head, man. Do I start Mason, Bigsby, or K. Johnson week 1? I got Brees Hall running back 1. Dude, I'm going to be honest, bro. K. Johnson and Mason. I don't know those players that well, man. I couldn't tell you. I don't know those running backs that good, to be honest. I couldn't tell you. I'm stumped on that one. I don't know those guys. Okay, but Flacco's winning Jordan Mason, CMC's replacement last year. Is he still on the Niner, or did he go somewhere else? Okay, but Flacco's winning 12 and having a second miracle playoff run to beat the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. Vikings running back 2. I don't know. Yeah, I can see the Vikings running the ball a lot with the rookie quarterback. They got Aaron Jones. But isn't Aaron Jones going to be the leading ball carrier? I mean, bro, I actually like Flacco. Not going to lie. But I don't see it, man. Yeah, Aaron Jones running back 1. I don't know, man. That's tough. I appreciate the follow. Victorious, let's go. No, he's definitely washed. Hey, it's Flacco, though. You never know. You never know. Mason is going to play the red zone snaps. I could see that. Maybe get some more points. Maybe that might be something good to do. Yeah, but I like this, guys. I think this is our chart right here. I think this is our NFL predictions right here, guys. I like this. I like this. Chiefs, Eagles, Bills 14-15, 12-13, Ravens, Steelers, Lions, Packers, Redskins, Seahawks, Texans. Seahawks and Rams could be flipped, but I'm gonna stick Seahawks right here. 10-11, Falcons, Bengals, Broncos, Rams, Chargers, Bucks. 8-9, I have Cardinals, Raiders, Bears, Dolphins, Niners, Vikings. 6-7, Colts, Jags. 4-5, Cowboys, Titans, Giants, and Patriots. 2-3, Saints, Browns, Panthers. 0-1, Jets. I like this. I just think I just love the Rams too. I think I do too, man. I do too. That's why I could see this. I could see that for sure. That's my only question mark. Lots of 12-13 teams. Yeah. I mean, who wouldn't be a 12-13 team here though? Like, you could move the Seahawks down and put the Rams here. You could have the Rams and Seahawks both going here. But I mean, I think the Lions do it. I think the Ravens do it. I think Steelers are my hot take. I think the Packers do it too, man. I mean, the Packers got better. Redskins are good. Texans are good. I mean, we move the Texans up because their divisions is Colts, Jaguars, Titans, bro. It's just so many free wins, bro. You know, I could see the Steelers moving down if they don't click right away. But I think the Steelers are going to be really good. All right, guys, I like this. I like this, though. This is my list right here. I think we're sticking with this. I like this. I like this. I think this is solid. I think this is a solid list. Come on. Beautiful list. Beautiful list. I like it. I like it. Come on, man. I'm telling you guys, this is going to be it right here. This is going to be solid. We'll come back to this and we'll look at it. I mean, GG's. GG's. Look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful.